The Burning Legion comes with promises of power that Gul'dan has always longed for. Azeroth has been offered up as a bargaining chip, but Azeroth is not Gul'dan's to give.
Everyone buckle up, this is going to be a long one. Each role will have a unique extra action button ability. Tanks will be immune to damage for 6 seconds, healers can drop shields that will mitigate fire damage, and DPS will gain a mini bloodlust. You will need to use these abilities at appropriate times during the first 2 phases.
Gul'dan starts the fight by summoning 3 powerful demons. Group them up and cleave them down. Focus the Inquisitor first. Dodge its eye lasers and dispel the health-stealing debuff on Heroic. The Fellord will attempt to shatter its tank. Use the extra action ability to survive. Dodge his pillars on Heroic. The Trapper will summon a trap that will drag players in. Just stay away. On Heroic, he will bombard the area with souls that you will need to dodge.
Gul'dan will face a random player and launch a Fel Flux Beam in that direction. Move quickly out of the way as soon as he turns. He will also launch Liquid Hellfire at random targets, so simply move for those as well.
Phase 2 is the longest section of the fight. He has a few abilities you have to deal with, which he will empower at certain percentages. Bonds of Fel will tether random targets to the ground. The main tank will always be targeted. Players with the debuff will have a circle around them, and there will be a dotted line which shows the max range of the tether. Players within the circle will split damage when the tether is broken. Players with the debuff move to the dotted line quickly, so you can break it when there is enough players inside the circle to split the damage.
At 85%, Fel Bonds will be empowered. Targeted players will now be blasted directly away from the boss at a great distance, so be sure not to get launched off the platform. Ranged can move closer to the boss before the cast to minimize the total distance. Players will need to travel to help split the damage before targeted players break the bonds. Liquid Hellfire will still be launched at random targets. At 70%, it will become empowered, leaving behind pools of Fel.
He will summon multiple eyes. They channel a low-range AoE on random players. Spread out before they spawn. Burn them down quickly as they will try to replicate themselves. Eyes will always be the priority. At 55%, they become empowered. One large eye will spawn and channel pulsing AoE fire damage on multiple targets. Healers can use their shields to mitigate some of the damage. If eyes are up, kill them before moving to break bonds of Fel.
On Heroic, Hand of Gul'dan will summon a Dreadlord. Dreadlords will need to be tanked and burst down. Carrion Wave will be cast at random players, putting them to sleep. You'll want to set up an interrupt rotation to ensure no casts get off.
While Gul'dan is active, he will be building up energy. Anytime a player gets within 2 yards of his target, he will cast Fel Scythe, which will deal damage split between those targets. The more energy he has, the harder the ability hits. You will want your off tank to step onto the main tank and pop this between 30 and 40 energy. Pop it right before 40% because this will begin phase 3, and Gul'dan will build up quite a bit of energy before becoming active again.
Tanks can use their extra action ability to avoid a full energy Fel Scythe, or as another option, to solo break empowered bonds.
Luckily, Gul'dan loses most of his abilities entering the final phase. He does retain the Eye of Gul'dan, which is still priority. Tank Gul'dan at the edge of the room since you don't have to worry about the knockback anymore.
Flames of Sargeras is a debuff placed on the main tank and a couple other random targets. These players will pulse with damage, leaving behind a shard with each tick. The shards will explode, leaving behind a pool. Attempt to have all pools off to one side.
A well of souls will erupt in the center of the room. As players take damage, souls will appear in the well. Assign groups to take turns soaking souls. You will take damage while within the well and will need to remain inside for 3 seconds to soak a soul. Each soul absorbed will apply a stacking dot, which will last for a long time. Be sure everyone takes turns soaking a soul to keep these stacks low.
Gul'dan will cast Black Harvest, which does 2 bursts of massive raid-wide damage. If any souls remain in the well when this goes off, the souls will explode, dealing additional damage.
The final ability is Storm of the Destroyer. It causes a series of growing explosions. This expands 4 times, with the final cast reaching 60 yards away from him. Have the raid run in the same direction. After the last blast, Gul'dan will teleport to the tanks, allowing you to set up in new positioning away from all the fire.
This is a long encounter. The timings involved in Phase 2 will take some time to master. There is less going on in Phase 3, but the fight can still get out of control quickly. Remember, the eyes are always the focus. Break your bonds properly, soak souls during the final push, and the Lord of the Shadow Council will finally fall.
This has been Tatva
And Tovo, with 2 Minute Tips by Line of Sight Gaming. You can check out our other Nighthold guides by clicking on any of these links.
If you found this guide useful, please like and share this video. Subscribe to get notified of our future videos, and visit our Patreon page to help us to continue to put out new content. Thanks for watching.